Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Jey Uso was attacked by someone in the crowd after this week's episode of WWE Raw went off the air, and Triple H took to social media to react to the matter. The attacker was Logan Paul, who was posing as a fan. The Maverick is the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. The company has yet to officially announce the date and location for the match. Even though Backlash is this Saturday, the bout has not been confirmed for the show. During Raw this week, the Yeet Master defended his world title against Seth Rollins in the main event. The Visionary won the match via disqualification after CM Punk attacked him. After the show went off the air, Jey Uso interacted with the fans at the ringside. He was then attacked by a person in a hoodie, who revealed himself to be Logan Paul. Triple H then took to X to send out a tweet stating, "Logan Paul immediately ran away after attacking Jey Uso. CM Punk and Sami Zayn were at the ringside, and they checked up on the Yeet Master. Even though Jey lost to Seth Rollins, he's still the World Heavyweight Champion, as titles can't change hands via DQ." The crowd inside the Enterprise Center in St. Louis was electric as the final bell rang. Monday Night Raw had just concluded with Jey Uso standing tall in the ring after a hard-fought victory over Finn Balor. As the cameras faded to black, fans assumed the night was over. But what happened next would spark a whirlwind of controversy, concern, and a firm response from WWE's chief content officer, Triple H. As Jey posed on the second rope to thank the fans, the atmosphere shifted. A man wearing a black hoodie jumped the barricade from the front row, sprinting toward the ring before security could react. Without hesitation, he lunged at Jey, shoving him off balance. The crowd gasped in horror as Jey stumbled backward and landed awkwardly, narrowly avoiding serious injury. Security finally subdued the man and dragged him out of the arena while Jey sat on the mat, stunned. Some fans began chanting "Jey! Jey! Jey!" in support, while others looked around in disbelief. The locker room, including Sami Zayn, Ricochet, and Cody Rhodes, rushed out to check on Jey, who was clearly shaken but conscious and alert. By the time Triple H arrived at gorilla position, the chaos was already being replayed on countless fan-recorded videos online. A minute later, he was at ringside, jaw clenched, eyes burning with fury. "Are you okay?" he asked Jey, kneeling beside him. Jey nodded but was clearly rattled. "My back's a little tweaked, but I'm good," he muttered. Triple H stood and turned to the remaining staff ringside. "Get him to medical now," he instructed, voice low but commanding. As the team guided Jey to the back, Triple H stormed into the hallway, barely acknowledging the cameras that had now begun following him. Within an hour, WWE issued a brief official statement. A fan jumped the barricade after Raw went off the air and made unauthorized physical contact with Jey Uso. The individual is in police custody. WWE has a zero-tolerance policy for this type of behavior and will pursue full legal action. Jey is being evaluated by WWE medical personnel. But Triple H wasn't done there. Later that night, he held an impromptu media scrum backstage. Still in his suit from the show, he looked into the sea of recorders, microphones, and phones with a mix of exhaustion and fury. "Let me make something crystal clear," he began, voice steady but intense. "What happened tonight is not acceptable. I don't care if you bought a ticket, I don't care how passionate you think you are, if you come over that barricade, you are no longer a fan. You are a criminal." He took a breath, pausing to gather himself. Jey Uso is one of the most respected men in our locker room. He has earned everything he's got. And for someone to think they can just put their hands on him because they don't like a storyline or want to go viral, well, I promise you this, you're gonna get your moment, alright. In a courtroom. Triple H also confirmed that WWE's internal security protocols would be under review. "We already have one of the strictest setups in live sports entertainment, but we're not perfect. What happened tonight was a failure of security, and I take responsibility for that. We're going to fix it." When asked if Jey Uso would miss any time, Triple H offered some reassurance. "Jey's tough. He's sore, he's frustrated, but he's okay. And knowing Jey, he'll be back on SmackDown ready to throw hands. But we're not rushing him." Backstage, many stars were visibly emotional. Cody Rhodes spoke to a WWE Digital exclusive crew, saying, "When something like that happens, it's not just a hit on Jey, it's a hit on all of us. We put our bodies on the line every night. We give the fans everything. And that guy. He crossed a sacred line." Sami Zayn was even more blunt. "That was a coward move. The ring is our sanctuary. What that guy did was attack our brother in our home. Fans across social media rallied behind Jey, with #JusticeForJey and #ProtectTheSuperstars trending globally within hours. WWE legends like Mick Foley, The Rock, and Booker T also weighed in, condemning the attack and praising Triple H's response. The following Friday on SmackDown, WWE aired a powerful video package addressing the incident. It featured footage from Raw, exclusive behind-the-scenes reactions, and Triple H's now viral quote, "You jumped the barricade, you just ended your freedom." To the surprise of many, Jey Uso made a live appearance. Wearing a brace around his midsection, he came out to a thunderous ovation, visibly moved. Standing in the ring, mic in hand, he addressed the crowd with a blend of humility and defiance. "I wasn't gonna come out tonight. My body's hurting. My mind's messed up. But you know what? I realized something. I can't let one fool take away the love I got for this. For you all. For the WWE Universe." He raised the mic again, this time his voice more fierce. "And to the dude who jumped me, congratulations, Us. You made the headlines. But I'm still standing. You didn't break me. You just lit a fire in me that no one can put out." Triple H watched from backstage, arms crossed, nodding with pride. Later, in a digital exclusive, he summed it up perfectly. "That's why we do this. For that reaction. For that heart." Jey Uso just reminded the world that this isn't just wrestling, it's family. And no one messes with family. WWE has since announced additional layers of security for future events, and sources close to the company confirmed that legal proceedings are underway against the attacker, who is facing multiple charges, including assault and trespassing. Meanwhile, Jey Uso's resilience has only further elevated his status among fans, and some insiders believe this incident, while unfortunate, might set the stage for one of the most emotionally charged storylines in his career. As Triple H said backstage that night, Jey may have gotten knocked down. But now? He's about to rise higher than ever. Triple H breaks silence on blockbuster Jey Uso announcement on Raw. Triple H broke his silence regarding the massive Jey Uso announcement on Monday Night Raw in a tweet that was meant to hype things up for the incredible main event in Omaha, Nebraska. The opening segment of Raw saw main event Jey Uso come out, only to be interrupted by a different Paul. While he called out Logan Paul, he was instead met by Paul Heyman, who went on a passionate rant explaining his betrayal of Roman Reigns and CM Punk. He also successfully goaded Jey Uso into giving Seth Rollins a world title shot on Raw. Ahead of the massive main event of Raw, Triple H hyped things up by breaking his silence on the matter. It will be interesting to see the direction Triple H takes with things on Raw tonight. Jey Uso is undeniably a popular world champion, but there's a lingering sense among some fans that his role will be more of a transitional one. Either way, in a backstage segment, Paul Heyman essentially confirmed that he manipulated Jey Uso into giving Rollins a title shot on Raw. For Rollins, this is the ultimate move to acquire, retain, and expand power within WWE. Things are taking a crazy turn on the Red brand. The WWE Universe has been buzzing ever since the shocking moment on Monday Night Raw when Jey Uso made his unexpected return, interrupting the main event between Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. With the crowd on its feet and the commentary team in disbelief, main event Jey Uso delivered a superkick that not only rocked the foundations of the match, but symbolized a massive shift in the landscape of WWE. Now, just days later, WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H has finally broken his silence in an exclusive sit-down interview, shedding light on the blockbuster announcement that has captivated fans around the globe. This wasn't just about Jey Uso, it was about evolution. In the dimly lit backstage production area of WWE headquarters, Triple H leaned forward, fingers intertwined, his expression firm but contemplative. "We've had our eye on Jey for a long time," Triple H began. "Ever since he walked away from the bloodline and told Roman Reigns he was out, I knew there was something special happening. Something raw. Something real." According to Triple H, discussions began weeks before Payback, as tensions in the roster mounted and fan demand for Jey's return hit a fever pitch. But the plan wasn't just to bring Jey back, it was to place him where the stakes were highest. Raw needed a jolt. We've seen the rise of Judgment Day, the cracks within their foundation, and the absence of a true wild card. Jey is that wild card. A new beginning, or a setup? When Jey Uso's music hit this past Monday, the arena erupted. Fans in the front rows could be seen mouthing the words, "No way," as Jey confidently strode to the ring. And then, The unthinkable, a superkick to Damian Priest, aiding Seth Rollins, and turning the tide of the match. But what followed was even more significant. Adam Pearce came out with a microphone, formally declaring that Jey Uso was now a member of the Monday Night Raw roster. Social media exploded. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok lit up with theories. Is this the end of the bloodline? Is Jey a pawn in a larger game? And most importantly, how will Jimmy and Roman react? Triple H, knowing how calculated WWE storytelling has become, smiled when asked if the announcement was just the beginning of a larger arc. "Oh, you have no idea," he said, eyes narrowing. "Let's just say there are seeds being planted. And not all of them will grow in the same direction." Backstage reactions and locker room tensions. While fans celebrated, not everyone backstage was thrilled. Reports from Raw's locker room suggest that certain superstars weren't pleased with Jey's instant spotlight. One anonymous talent said, "He walks in, gets stopped billing, and now we're supposed to pretend he didn't just ghost the whole company 2 months ago?" Triple H addressed this criticism head-on. "I've always said this is a business. Talent will rise if they deliver, and Jey has delivered time and time again. From Hell in a Cell to War Games, from being tag champion to main eventing with Roman, he's earned it." Still, not everyone is convinced. Drew McIntyre was seen shaking his head after the segment, and rumors swirled that McIntyre requested a meeting with upper management afterward. Triple H only smirked when asked about it. "Let's just say Drew and I had a very passionate conversation. But passion's what we want. It fuels everything." Raw vs. SmackDown fallout, and Cody's hand in it all? One of the most intriguing aspects of the announcement was the quiet involvement of Cody Rhodes. As Raw's babyface hero, Cody has been vocal about finishing the story, but during Payback, he dropped a cryptic hint about pulling strings to help someone out. Many now believe Cody was the one who brokered the deal that brought Jey to Raw. Triple H, for once, didn't deny it. "I'll say this, Cody is more than a performer. He's a chess player. And what he's setting up might surprise even the smartest fans in the room." So does this mean Cody's bringing allies to Raw? Is he building a squad to eventually take down Judgment Day or even the Bloodline if they cross brands? Triple H simply leaned back and said, "Cody's story isn't just about a title. It's about legacy. And sometimes legacy is about who you stand beside." What about Jimmy, Solo, and Roman? When asked how Roman Reigns and the rest of the Bloodline reacted to Jey jumping ship, Triple H paused. "Let's just say the tribal chief isn't happy. Roman takes loyalty seriously. And Jey making this move, without any Bloodline approval, that's a declaration of war." Sources say Paul Heyman has been seen in private meetings at WWE HQ, including one with USA Network execs. Solo Sikoa, who has grown increasingly silent since Jey's departure, posted a cryptic Instagram story reading, "You don't leave the family. You betray it." Triple H confirmed that the fallout is coming. "We're not done with the Bloodline story. It's evolving. Jey's decision will ripple through both brands, and when Roman returns, there will be consequences. Jey's future, Judgment Day, and Survivor Series teasers." As for what's next, Triple H didn't hold back. "Jey's on Raw now. That means matchups fans have never seen before. Jey vs. Finn. Jey vs. McIntyre. Even Jey vs. Cody. But the wild card? Judgment Day." According to backstage insiders, Damian Priest was furious after Monday's show and is pushing for a match against Jey at the next Premium Live event. Rhea Ripley, meanwhile, was seen talking to Jey backstage, footage that is not aired but may be included in an upcoming Raw, behind-the-curtain digital exclusive. And with Survivor Series looming, fans are speculating about a potential Bloodline vs. Judgment Day vs. Team Cody showdown. Triple H didn't confirm specifics, but he did leave one final teaser. "Let's just say, when War Games come knocking, it's not just about teams. It's about who you trust when the cage closes." Closing thoughts. Jey Uso's move to Raw is more than a roster change. It's a declaration of independence, a spark to ignite old flames and start new fires. As Triple H put it, WWE is in a new era. And Jey Uso is no longer in anyone's shadow. He's walking his own path. Just be careful who you cross when you walk alone.